It's cruise time again. This time we are heading to Alaska. Let me tell you all about it. Hello travelers. So we are heading to Alaska. I promise you I will film in a better location, but my office, I'm gonna set it up. Anyway, it's gonna be better soon. But I wanna get this video out because we are leaving literally today to go to our Alaska cruise. So we are going today to Calgary, and then from Calgary tomorrow to Vancouver, and then Friday we are boarding the Crown Princess. We have not cruised with Princess since 2014, so it's been a while. This ship was last updated in 2022, so even though it's an older ship from 2006, I think, it's been updated very recently. So I'm excited to see that. My parents were back on this ship back in 2009. I think there. They went on in 2009. We were on the Ruby in 2012. Or I was on the Ruby in 2012, and then we, as in me and my brother, were on the Caribbean Princess in 2014. We also have cruises booked with the Sky Princess, which is a new ship, and then also the Sun Princess, which it's not even built yet. It's built, but not done yet. Anyway. So the Alaska cruise that we are on is 11-night inside passage. So it is round trip from Vancouver. We go up. We will go to a bunch of different ports that I'm going to go through in a minute. The ship is part of the medallion class, which is all princess ships now. So we will have a fun little medallion to use that will let us get into our room, will let us order food and stuff. Princess has been part of some controversy lately in terms of making some changes. We will not be part of the changes happening with the $14.99 food delivery. So we will be checking that out and seeing, is it worth paying that $14.99 or not? Because our next cruises, we will have to pay that. We are part of the new boarding process though. So that process just started yesterday. We will be on the first Crown ship that is using it. We are one of the first ships to be using it in general. So I will be doing a whole video on that, and that will go up on Saturday. So if you aren't subscribed and you want to know the boarding process for Princess, subscribe and I will show you through that. We will be going through the chaos of a new system. Let me tell you right now, the app has been a little iffy. My daughter does have special needs, so we will be trying to use the accessibility line. We have been approved for the accessibility line, so we are going to attempt to use the accessibility line and see how that goes. But honestly, if the green line, the blue lane is less busy, we might just take that. But the accessibility line is what we've been approved to use. So we board on Friday. Super excited for that. I don't remember the exact order, but we do go to Sitka, Alaska, and our plan for that is just to walk around. We watched Pero DJ. They have port guides, so we watched through their port guides and tried to decide what we wanted to do at each port. So Sitka, we are going to just walk. There's the Totem Pole Park area that we're going to go there and just walk around there for a little bit. We go to Icy Strait Point. We are hoping. I messaged Jay from Para DJ to see if they could meet up with us briefly because we have something to give him, but have not heard back. So we might be meeting up with them, might not, we'll see. But our plan there is to take the provided gondola up to the main center area and then take the bus, which I believe was $5, up into town and then walk back from town. We will be using my daughter's stroller for all of this because she cannot walk. She's 5 but has mobility issues. So we will be using the stroller. With our Bahamas cruise, I did wear her, and it was hard. It was hard sometimes from the longer distances because she's getting big. So we are choosing to stroller as much as possible this cruise. Then we are going at some point to Skagway, and hopefully they're taking the train. Right now they are on the verge of striking, so we might not be taking the train. The plan is our excursion, this is a ship-provided excursion, ship van excursion, whatever you want to call it. We take the bus from the cruise port up to not quite Yukon, which I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't pay the extra money to go all the way to Yukon. But we do go into BC, Canada, and then we take the train back. If the train is striking and we cannot take this excursion, I'm going to see if we can take the bus excursion to Yukon instead. I would love to get up into the Yukon and check it out. We do plan on doing a road trip there at some point, but I just kind of want to be like, hey, we went somewhere new this cruise. Alaska's new for us, but anyway. New province for us. As Canadians, we have been to a lot of provinces. It's a territory, but whatever. So that's our plan. We'll take the train back and then we'll walk around the port whatever time we have left over. When we go to Juneau, we're doing a 2-part excursion. The first part goes to the Mendel Glacier, and we'll go check out that. And then we go to a rainforest. So there is a rainforest, like national state park, kind of, I don't know, some sort of park in Alaska, in Juneau. So we will be going to that and checking out a rainforest in Alaska. Like, how cool is that? So super excited for that one as well. And then again, whatever's done, we're just going to see what time we have and walk around the port. That one's a bit longer of an excursion, so we'll see. But Juneau, so usually you dock at the pier. There's only 3 docks though, 3 piers. There's 6 ships in on the day we're going. So we are set to tender. Emrys, my daughter, has never tendered. And again, mobility issues, so we'll see how that works with tendering. I can carry her on and off things, but we obviously need to bring her stroller, which is equivalent to a wheelchair for her, because she cannot walk without it, or she can't get around without it. So we'll see how that goes. My brother also has never tendered before, so it'll be first tender experience for 2 of them. Anyway, so that's Juneau. And then the last place we go that we have an excursion is Ketchikan. We are doing the duck boat. So the duck boat tour gives you a tour around by land in a bus, and then you drive straight into the water and you become a boat. I chose this one over some other excursions because my daughter has an obsession with water, and I really wanted to do something on a boat where we might see some whales or wildlife in some sort of fashion. But I also needed something that would prevent her from jumping out into the water because she has special needs and does not understand the concept that you cannot just jump out of a boat into the water. So this has like windows because it's a bus. So hopefully we don't have any issues with her trying to escape, and we get to do some land and sea excursioning. The last port that we're going to, like I said, I don't know what the order is. I'm kind of rambling off random stuff, but I know Victoria is our last port of call. Victoria, Canada. It is the capital of BC. I've made the mistake multiple times saying Vancouver is the capital of BC, being like, oh yeah, we've been to all the capitals and we're going to Vancouver. No, almost all the capitals, and we're going to Vancouver, and get that one checked off. I am wrong. I'm wrong. Victoria is the capital of BC, so it is nice that we get to go to Victoria and we get to check off another capital, and then all we'll have is Newfoundland as the only capital, the only provincial capital that we did not hit up. And so, what was I going with this? So with that, there's a museum that's about a 20-minute walk from the pier. We are going to attempt to do that, the Royal BC Museum, and go in there. My daughter has what's called an Access To card, which allows us to get some discounts on some admissions to things. In this one, I believe it is I pay for her, and then I, as her support person, get in for free. That's how I believe this one is. But yeah, so like some of the museums have a really good deal. So if you do have a child with a disability, or you yourself have a disability, check out the Access To card. It's done by Easter Seals. It is a Canadian program, so if you're American or not Canadian, like not living in Canada, sorry, maybe I'll do a video on it later. What's the matter? We're getting fussy. Mom's gonna wrap it up. Anyway, biggest thing with this cruise that I'm excited for is the wildlife. I always was like, I don't want to do Alaska, it's cold, blah, blah, blah. And then watching vlogs and like discovering more about our cruise style now, we are much less likely to just lounge around on a pool lounger and swim and stuff like that. We are much more like, we want to see nature, we want to see things, we want to get the landscape, we want port intensive instead of focusing on ship. So I'm super excited to be able to do a port intensive cruise. That's 11 nights. We've never done 11 nights before, and it's Alaska. The scenery should be beautiful. The weather is probably going to be rainy, judging by forecast. Rainy, but warm in the 20s. So we packed accordingly to that. I don't have a ton of warm stuff, but I do have stuff that I can layer. But yeah, so she's getting fussy. I'm going to go, but I wanted to film this so it could be out there. Don't forget to subscribe. Coming up very soon is our Bahamas videos, so the vlogs for that. subscribe to see these ones. I'm going to try to post in the community tab as much as I can during this cruise, but I do not have internet. But because it's so port intensive, I should be able to get Wi-Fi quite often. Should be able to. So I'm going to try to post in there as well as possibly on Instagram. I'm trying to focus more on YouTube right now. So if I can get on Instagram, I do, but if I can't, I can't. But follow at Traveling Beyond Boundaries over there. And yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys. Love you. Thanks for your support. We reached 1,000. Woo! Here's to thousands more. Like I said, I am doing my office to have a filming location, so it's not this chaos, because I know this is not as professional as I could be. But yeah, see you guys later. Bye, guys.